Happy holidays, all you do-gooders and go-getters out there. Welcome back to a very Java Bean Christmas with your boy Infamous, and bask in the ambiance of hat number 3. Actually, there's a good story behind this hat. The way I acquired this hat was actually very unusual. What had happened was, so I was working in the mall, right? And I was working at this place called the Cinnabon. I don't know if you guys know about it, but the Cinnabon is this place where you get delicious sticky buns, and they're just delicious. I'm sure everybody knows what Cinnabon is. I'm not going to explain it. But I ended up working across from the Cinnabon after I had left with, I can't remember the ethnicity he was. I want to say he was Iraqian, Indonesian, Afghanistanian. I'm sure I'm being extremely incorrect in the way I'm, saying these names, but whatever. That's what he was, and his name was Furkat Hayudari. I love saying it, but I was working there and it was flying helicopters, and I was having so much fun. And by the way, who wouldn't want to get paid flying remote drone helicopters around the mall, mind you? It's just the best time that I've ever had. So before the holidays was over, because this was around the holidays that I was working there, he wanted to give me something to remember him by. So what he had did was he had given me this hat. He had bought it for me without me even knowing, because through the times that I was working there, we was having conversations about how I love the Yankees and how I loved Christmas. So he ended up finding a combination of the two for me, and that is what you are staring at right now. Quick, brief little story about this hat, but I actually cherish this hat. I love it a lot. I've never forgotten the guy. I've never seen him again either, but that's how I have acquired this hat. So before we get into the story and before we get into the tradition, I am going to show you guys what I had promised you, what my son had promised you. Let's remove this bookmark here. He actually colored the pictures that I had showed you guys in this coloring book yesterday. So, the book is called again, if you're here new and this is your first time, Stocking Stuffers, and it's a nice Christmas coloring book. Boom! Look at the glorious coloring ingenuity in these pages. Okay, so he decided to go with the blue for the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker's entire body frame is blue. I'm not even sure what the face color is. It looks like a greenish, and then you got the nice black top hat, blue shoes, and then he colored the balls multicolored, which is very nice. And the bear is your traditional bear, nice brown bear with a red bow. I hope you guys like that. I love it. I'm excited, and that's what he decided to draw. I think this is a really good addition to the Java Bean Christmas, so we're gonna give him a second task. Let's find a page. Boom. Again, hope it's something that can be drawn. Okay. So we got a maze here that he was going to have to get through to get to Santa and Mrs. Claus. And then we have an elf on the right-hand side. So he's got his challenges set for him, because that maze does not look easy. Let's see if he can get it in one shot. I hope he can. And let's see how well he colors this elf. Let's bookmark that really quickly. Oh, crap. Ugh. Alright, let's bookmark that so we don't lose that page, so he can get that done for tomorrow. And set that right there. Now, this story, again, is another story that I haven't read. And I'm going to read it for you guys. It's a short story. And let's see what's good with it. Let's see how it works out. I think it's on page 72. Let us look in the treasury of Christmas stories, as you guys all know, for page 72, and read this beautiful story. Okay, page 72. The story today is called The Story of Christmas Spiders. Never read this story before. No idea what's the outcome. Didn't read it before the podcast, so, we're going to enjoy it together. Hopefully, I'll be alright cold reading. Let's get it done. The Story of Christmas Spiders. And it's adapted by Stephanie Herbeck again, and illustrated by Jane Mayday. In a quiet cottage in the woods lived a gentle widow and her 8 children. The widow worked very hard to keep her children warm and well fed, but money was not plentiful, and special treats were hard to come by. When the air grew crisp and snow began to fall, the widow knew... The widow. See, this cold reading. I'm telling you something. The widow... Where am I? Lost my spot. Okay, here we go. Already, first page. Can't even get it done. There it is. The widow knew Christmas was coming. But instead of feeling joyful, she felt sadness and sorrow. She knew that she did not have enough money to buy her children any gifts. I cannot afford new toys or books, as she thought. What will I give my children? On Christmas Eve, the family ate their simple dinner together as the widow continued to worry. Let's turn the page. I botched that whole first one, but that's okay. Perhaps a Christmas tree would make my children happy, she sighed. She put on her coat and hat and walked through the woods in search of a tree. She found a beautiful evergreen tree and carried it back to her home. Hold up, pause. You just found a chopped down tree just laying there in the woods ready to go for Christmas, evergreen, just chilling, and then you carried that sucker back solo? This old widow we talking about? 'Twas fine. She can do it. It's okay. Moving on. Although all through the night, the widow decorated the tree with scraps of cloth and dried fruit. When she finally fell asleep, she hoped the tree would make her brood happy. Brood being children, I'm guessing. While the widow slept, tiny spiders crept from the cracks and corners of the cottage. They spun delicate strands of silky web all around the tree. When the family awoke, they could not believe their eyes. The webs of silk had turned into pure silver, and gaily wrapped presents were all around the tree. During the night, Santa had come with gifts, not gold. I think she could have used the gold. During the night, Santa had come with gifts for the children. He knew the widow would be heartbroken to find her tree covered with spider webs, so he turned them to the silver strands of tinsel that we know today. Well, alright. I like that story. But again, it contradicts with the origin story of Santa. We all know that now. Because from the looks of it, sipping some tea, spilling it. From the looks of it, she needed money, and that was actually clearly stated. The house wasn't very well kept, and she just was in woe and sorrow for her brood that she didn't have all the delicacies that would be Christmas, right? So knowing jolly old Saint Nick as his former self, he would be dropping sacks of gold down her chimney. Hallelujah, Merry Christmas. No, he just turned dirty spiderwebs into tinsel and then gave the children gifts. After Christmas, she's still finna be broke. That is the moral of that story. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, beautiful gifts, nice little tinsel, broke. What are you gonna do? Santa, Saint Nick, I get it. You went broke. You're making toys. So that's what happened there. Moving on from that though, I like the story. The story's fine. I'm not gonna hate on Santa too much more because we're jolly and festive. Let's get into my tradition. Now this tradition, I'm kind of a little upset about. The only reason why I'm kind of a little upset about it is because it's starting to die. The tradition is starting to fade. I'm going to try to bring it back, but It's just not being done anymore. It's another small tradition that me and my mother mainly, but now me and my kids do and had used to do beforehand, before I had children, was we would always wait until a specific movie came on TV. We had the DVD at the time, and now, internet's wild, but we waited for it on TV to come on so we can all gather around and watch it with the commercials and all that other stuff, and just, loving the Christmas commercials and then watching the movie. What the movie was Jim Carrey's The Grinch. And it's starting to fade. That tradition's starting to fade. We don't watch it anymore because nobody has cable anymore. Not really many people. Nobody rocks cable anymore. There's Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus now, and then a whole bunch of torrented crap that nobody really cares to buy cable anymore. So that tradition is starting to fade, and we can watch The Grinch whenever we want to. I mean, we could have before, but it was just the joy of seeing it come on television. And then if we weren't even in the same house, we'd call each other and be like, "Hey, Ma, The Grinch is on." She's like, "I know, I'm watching it right now." And we just chat about the movie. Even though we've seen it a billion times, that was a tradition that I held on to and that I liked a lot. But it's fading, it's going, and that's okay. So that's just making room for new traditions for me and my kids. So I want you guys to do me a favor if you can. I haven't gotten any comments or anything like that yet. Disappointment, but that's okay. I want you guys to comment, and give me a new tradition to go on. Something that I can take from you, manipulate it to my standards, and use it as a new tradition for me and my family. I would like to, start something new that can go on into my children's adult life to where they can start passing it on to their kids. And hopefully it's something that can't die over time, one of those timeless kind of traditions. That's what I would like to do this Christmas, and what I would like for you guys to do for me. So in the comment box, just shoot out all those ideas of Christmas traditions that I can rock out and get done, because mines are starting to die. Well, the ones that I like the most are starting to die. It's upsetting. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. This is episode 3 of a very Jabba Bean Christmas. I hope you guys like the hat. Stay tuned till tomorrow. See the next hat, next tradition, new story. For the last 2 days, I think I'm gonna read some lengthy stories to get real good and in the Christmas spirit. We're gonna get some good stories going, all right? But that's all I got for you guys today. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you guys can stay updated and keep with me here on the very Jabba Bean Christmas 5-day special. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.